is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friending.
There is an eagle flying. Yeah!
Hey, frienders.
Hi.
Well, shit, you know?
What's up?
Well, shit.
I just woke up from a nap. Like a
Did you really?
2-week-long nap.
Oh, a 2-week-long nap. So you need to be filled in on a few
What's
things.
new? I'm excited.
Well, a lot happened since we last saw each other.
Uh-huh.
And actually, since our last episode, a lot happened. And I'm going to venture to guess that a lot's going to happen from recording this to us posting it next week.
Okay.
I feel like everything we say is going to be totally obsolete. And we're probably going to listen back to this and then laugh. We're going to laugh at how naive we are now.
Okay. Sounds scary to me.
The world's in emergency. Our lives are in shambles.
Gosh.
We are locked in our homes.
All right. I was just kidding. I've been awake.
A lot.
I've been enjoying myself.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been enjoying
well, no,
this.
let's set up the show and then we'll talk about what we've been doing.
Okay, so this is Heavy Friending. If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast. I'm Laura Lee Bishop, and this is Joe Barlow, my co-host. We began as strangers, and now we're best friends through this podcast.
And we should mention this is a special edition. It's the lockdown edition because we're not in the same
I'll put a sound
place.
effect there. Clang, clang, or something like that.
Okay,
You know?
yeah, do that. But I'm on my couch. I'm just pantless. I'm holding the.
I'm pantless too. Are you really pantless?
I haven't put pants on and. Well, actually, I did 2 days ago because I went to the grocery store.
I've been getting dressed and putting on makeup every day to just try to keep some normalcy and feel better and stuff. And also, I've been like doing yoga.
Well,
and
I've been putting on makeup, but I don't consider that pants.
Oh, good. Well, good for you. I'm glad. I've been asking you to wear makeup for a while.
I have a lot of blemishes.
It's weird that you would do it when I finally can't see you.
That's the thing about this quarantine is you notice all your blemishes. You have nothing to do but notice the things that are wrong with you.
But look at the blemishes. Yeah, and eat. I bought an industrial size thing of M&Ms, and I'm just every time I go open the cabinet, I grab a handful and I put it in my pocket. And then I munch on them, and then I go back down. So who knows how many M&Ms
now,
I've
where
consumed
do you
in the
get
last-
that sort of thing? Because, I'm struggling to even find
Sam's Club.
toilet paper.
Sam's Club.
You know what
Sam's
they were
Club.
out of at
That's
the
where you go.
grocery store? Onions.
I know. We were going to try to cook something nice for dinner on Sunday when we got back from New York, which I'll tell you all about.
But why onions?
When I came from Infestation
They didn't have
City.
any type of onion.
Yeah, they didn't for us either when we looked.
This is the
I think
scandal.
because people stocked up on things that they knew weren't going to go bad very quickly.
Oh, do onions
and
last?
things to cook with, and onions. Well, yeah. I mean, like a few weeks. You're gonna get a couple weeks out of an onion.
I didn't know that because I usually eat onions real fast.
Yeah, I've seen you bite into one like an apple.
I'm pretty sure that's Patreon exclusive.
Is that what you were planning on doing?
Well, it's
with this onion.
It did clear out my sinuses and stuff, so I did want that. But no, I was gonna. Well, I still am gonna make a soup, but I'm gonna make a soup now without the assistance of an onion.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I've been doing in the bathroom.
What's up?
Making a soup without the assistance of toilet paper.
Oh, I see.
So that's where we are right now as a nation, because this is the problem. There's a lot of good people
you should say
out
as
there,
a world,
and then there's like a few.
We're all in this together.
The world. Yeah, because there's a lot of good people, and then there's like a few fucking assholes that fuck it up for all of us. And it's like, are you okay over there? Wait, why are you coughing like that?
That's from drinking.
Okay, well. Anyway, yeah, so I locked myself in because I was in New York when everything went crazy. I got on an airplane in the morning at 6 a.m. and when I landed, I'd say like a couple hours after I landed, everything went the opposite. I mean, it just went crazy very quickly. And as I was there, things got worse and worse. And by the time I landed in a different Austin, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was in like a whole nother
anyone
world.
at the airport?
The flight back was very empty, very empty. And I'm glad about that. We actually were going to fly out of LaGuardia. I never set foot inside New York City. We flew into Newark. I was at my friend Ashley's, and then we were supposed to fly out of LaGuardia with a layover in Nashville, and we were like, you know what? We don't want to even go into New York because there were so many cases there. And we didn't want to have a layover and get on 2 planes instead of 1 and, you know, be in 2 airports instead of 1. So we ended up buying a new ticket to get home. So I don't even want to tell you what I spent on that trip to go play a show that never happened. But you know what? It's a lot worse for some people. My sister had to cancel her wedding. So we're in a state of emergency, folks. I mean, I don't even know if I'll be here. I don't even know if I'll be here for the podcast next week. Who knows what's going to happen? You know, I may be dead, Joe. And it may not be from the virus. I'm saying we may have a civil war on our hands. We may have people are acting crazy.
I don't think we'll have a civil war.
People are acting
people
crazy.
People are afraid to leave their homes. They're not going to go fight.
Oh,
hand
you
to
think
hand.
you think people are afraid to leave their homes because you live in Austin, where my mom is in Gilmer. Somebody invited her to a crawfish boil this weekend, a big party. And when she said, "No, don't you know about this situation?" He said that she's been listening to the liberal media.
Oh,
they're having parties in East Texas, okay? So listen, I'm telling you right now, try to tell those motherfuckers they can't leave their house and you're going to have a civil war in your hands. And they're the ones with all the guns. I've been saying it for years. And I said this to my mom last night. We deserve everything we're getting. Every single thing we're getting, we deserve every little bit of it. We are a horrible species. The way we have treated our environment, the way we treat animals, the way we treat each other. We got everything coming to us.
I don't deserve this. You know, I don't think you personally not
do.
All humans, because I didn't. I try to be good, but it's not
you do.
Easy. There's a lot of things. It's like, you know, even at the grocery store, you know, everyone's buying the toilet paper, and I got, you know, I probably still have 9 rolls, but I added it to my HEB curbside because I was like, if we're all buying it, I didn't get any, so it worked out. I still just have 9 rolls or whatever. But I don't know how long in a normal situation that lasts. But now that I'm home.
And you're not normal with your situation either.
Mean?
You know what I mean? I'm taking account your bathroom habits and how things happen for you, because we've talked about how you wipe.
What are you talking about?
And the way you described it, well, we talked about how you wipe, and you go through a lot more toilet paper than maybe your average person, because you wipe and you drop, and you get more and you wipe and you drop, and you're not folding. And so you may run out faster.
That doesn't make sense to me. I would love, since you're trapped in your house, I would love, and I think
people have actually talked to me about this and said it's crazy the way that you wipe your
I would
ass.
love to have you
people
do
said it to me.
if you'd let me finish my thought, I would love to have you make a tutorial video. It can help me. It would help society. And you can explain how we're supposed to be folding this and not getting shit all over our hands.
And that's another thing we talked about, is about how much shit is on the paper. So I think maybe you have. So there's another layer there that we have to, because so it may be a little different.
I think, I'd love to see your video, and then I will.
Some people have a clean exit, and some people.
Video.
Okay. All right. A rebuttal.
Don't do that. We're at an emergency level, phase 5. We're at phase 5.
I don't even know how many phases are there.
5. That
this
ain't
is bad,
good.
right?
You don't want to be at phase 5.
Jesus Christ! I'm like sweating a lot right now.
I'm sweating too, but
I'm like, I don't even want to think about this.
I think it's because these headphones, whenever I put them on, I get really hot.
Do you think that's why? I don't know. I think I'm like very anxious.
Oh, I'm anxious too. So I went on quarantine sooner than most people because I had pretty bad allergies last week. And I was like, if I'm sniffling and I'm coughing and I'm just uncomfortable, let's not be around my coworkers. And so I stayed home. So I've been home longer than most people and isolating myself and acting as if, everyone has the virus and I have the virus. And it's a weird life.
Well, see, this is normal for me. This is the thing is I'm alone all day. Always. This is my life. This is totally normal for me. My husband has the TV on downstairs like as loud as an old man. I'm going to have to hang on 1 second. Let me just send it to, this is just how we're going to have to do it. I'm going to tell him.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Oh, I hear it.
All right. Let's
It's
listen
loud
in,
as hell.
folks. As
The
Laura
one time.
yells at her husband.
I'm not going to yell. I texted.
Oh, no,
I
yell.
texted.
It's an audio. There you go.
John! Turn the TV down! Did you like that?
Did he respond?
He just said no on a text.
He said no. Okay, that's funny. Okay.
He said unnecessary.
Do you yell like that ever or often? Or
No.
So he probably thinks
he
it's
knew
a
I
joke.
was like when I did that. Yes, he knows it's a joke.
Well, that's great.
No, we don't talk to each other that way. We like each other. Like, I would love for him to, he's still going to work, but his work is very isolated. Like, he doesn't have, it's not like he works at like the grocery store or,
Right.
where people are coming in and out. It's just him and his law partner and then the lady who does the closings. And they're like very spread out in the office. Mm-hmm. He has his own office and everything.
So he gets in the car, he's alone. He gets to the place, he's, pretty isolated.
But I would love if he was working from home. I would like to see him and hang out with him. Every day I'm like, I don't know, it's really dangerous out there.
He's probably got work to do. He's not hanging out with you.
Yeah, he does. And then he says, we have to pay the bills. And then he says, make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
And that's how we do in my house.
Does he say the F word?
Which F word?
The big one.
Which one? With the one with 4 letters?
Listen, I'm trying to self-improve myself in this isolation. I'm working out. I'm trying to...
You said you're not even putting pants on. You working out pantless?
Why do you need to put pants on to work out?
I'm just wondering.
I mean, no, you don't need pants.
I want a visual on what you're doing.
On.
I just want a visual on what you're doing when you're working out. That's all.
I do.
And what are you wearing? So tell me what...
cardio kickboxing...
Okay.
YouTube video I watch.
And it's a boxer brief thing or
it's
briefs
whatever the underwear that I'm wearing. You can't in this climate you don't get to choose the perfect underwear every day.
Right. But like what is your typical underwear?
I would say I have the most of just boxers. Like
Joe boxers? Like
what does that
wide,
mean?
Like a boxer?
They're like I think they're
like
Banana
shorts.
Republic.
They're
boxers.
like shorts.
They're like little shorts. Exactly. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you asked and I delivered.
I know. I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know because I think I've asked you before and you wouldn't tell me. And so
yeah.
I'm glad that it took this to finally get that information.
I think
it's
pretty
worth
open
it.
about
I'd
this.
say it's worth it for sure. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I guess I don't know. We're all gonna die.
So here's the thing. I only left the house once in the last week and a half, and so I have now a quarantine corner where I put the groceries that didn't need to be refrigerated.
Okay.
So I'm just because the virus won't if it's on the just hear me out if it's on the can of soup and it just sits there it's going to die.
Bitch, you ain't got to tell me I've eaten hand sanitizer.
Wait, no,
You don't
I'm
have
just
to tell me
saying
about
this
the
is,
germs
I'm
on
not
the outside. I know.
I'm telling you, is that good enough? Just to have a quarantine corner. A quarantine.
Have a quarantine corner. Because I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to run out of my Clorox wipes. All this happened. It was very fortuitous.
But so are you wiping
ran out
down
of toilet paper.
everything you buy at the grocery store?
I was wiping everything
Well,
down.
you
I'm
have
going to run
to,
out of
right?
wipes. I've
or
been
you need
just
a
trying
quarantine corner.
Yeah. Well, I've just been focusing on like the main things. We touch a lot, but I mean those wipes go really fast. They go really fast, and I'm starting to dwindle. And you can't get them anywhere, and you can't even buy bleach now. Who are the motherfuckers who bought all the bleach? What are y'all doing out there? Quit buying everything up. They're selfish people is what they are. You know what? The best way to think of it is, if you buy all the hand sanitizer, your neighbor can't buy hand sanitizer.
That's true.
And that means your neighbor's walking around with dirty hands and touching on things. Why would you do that? If you buy all the toilet paper, your neighbor can't wipe his ass. That means your neighbor's walking around with a stinky ass.
It's true.
I mean, come on, y'all.
I think what you're advocating for is the rationing of goods and supplies.
Yes.
By the government.
Hey, I would be fine. In this time right now, I would be totally fine with that. But you know what would happen? Mar-a-Lago would have a fucking toilet paper palace.
Well, that's
and the rest
thing.
of us wouldn't have shit. Mar-a-Lago would have Charmin, and we'd have one ply.
Not just Mar-a-Lago, though. It's the celebrities are getting their tested.
Yep.
They don't even have symptoms,
Yep.
and they're getting tested. Mm-hmm. How does that make sense? Because I have now at least 2 people. One is in, I think, the Philippines, and she did get tested, and she has the virus. Mm-hmm. And then another person is in San Diego, and she said she has all of the symptoms. Talked to the doctor, went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Yeah, we think you have it," but they haven't tested her, so they don't know. Yeah. They're just like, stay in your house and monitor your symptoms, and whatever, avoid people.
Mm-hmm. The problem is
our numbers mean nothing in this country.
Oh, nothing. And the problem is this, it's not even the people with the symptoms. At least when you have the symptoms, you know you have it.
Right, true.
But for example, like my aunt, they're in New York. Her office is in New York. And a person in her office who she sees every single day came into contact with someone who she went to a birthday party of a guy who had it. And she doesn't remember, the lady doesn't remember she hugged him. She knows she touched him. I mean, all that stuff. And she works in the office with my aunt. If we had testing kits, I mean, they shut the whole office down and all that kind of stuff. But if we had enough kits, then my aunt could know whether she's walking around with the virus.
Yeah, true. You could get it before the symptoms are there.
Exactly.
But
this is why it's spreading.
It. Well, and that's the thing. So there's now in Austin, the numbers are still pretty low. Mm-hmm. But it's like
I got an update today on the number. It's 32 cases confirmed in Austin.
Right, which means nothing because it's obviously way more
with
than
28 potential ones pending.
So but it was at the Austin Chronicle. They had one person test positive for it.
Yeah, I know.
It's in my friend's apartment building. They put a sign on the door, and I think they emailed the residents, and it's
yeah. And we're in the house on lockdown, and the kids are out on spring break. Everybody's like, oh, a couple weeks. This ain't going to be a couple weeks. Y'all better buckle in and get ready. Because we're about to be inside our houses for a minute because people aren't taking this seriously. They're having a crawfish boil in Gilmer, Texas. A big party. You know how nasty that is? You know what you do with crawfish? You dig your hand into a pile of fucking dead fucking shellfish and you crack it open with your hands and you mush around on it. You stick it into your mouth. You get your fingers on your mouth and you pick up another one. That's what you call community spread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they don't care, do they? No one cares.
I mean, a lot of people care.
Our president doesn't care. Our president doesn't care. Our leadership doesn't care.
Many people are good. They're following the guidelines.
Mm-hmm. But our president doesn't care.
Well, he cares now that
that everyone else does.
It involves him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, I might.
I like how he said it snuck up on us. This really snuck up on us.
Well,
it snuck up on you, maybe, motherfucker.
I mean, this is where our President Trump is the most consistent. Is that he is always surprised by the problems of this country. So at least he's consistent in that regard.
Yeah, and always doing the wrong thing.
Flat-footed.
So we know he's going to do that.
But hey, he's a 70-something-year-old man. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Well, I was going to say exactly. Thank you. That's all we'll say. I'm sure he'll be just fine. They did say, I think the number they thought was going to be infected, it was a huge percentage of the population. But I'm sure he'll be fine. He is, they say, very healthy.
He's the most healthy.
His young, handsome, obviously very healthy Surgeon General said that he's more healthy, that Trump is more healthy than he is. So, yeah he's going to be great.
He's going to be okay.
He's probably going to be the best.
Here's the thing. Let's be positive. Let's talk about some silver linings here. Because
Yeah.
I've
Well, you know
alluded
what?
to it. Like, I think I'm healthier than I've been in a while because I've worked out like almost every day except for maybe, a couple days.
So I think you're in the rare percentage because most people have been saying that they've been laying around eating all day.
See, but
Everyone's
I'm afraid
like, I'm
to
fat
eat
now.
because I don't want to have to go to the store and get more food. So I'm eating less and working out more.
Can't you order grocery delivery?
Okay, grocery delivery, yeah. But still, then I have to worry about quarantine corner and it's just I'd rather minimize all contact with the outside world.
Mm-hmm. You're taking it to the next level.
I think I have to. Mm-hmm. This is what I have to do. It's my cross to bear.
Right, I get it. It's not your choice.
It's not my choice. And I hope to inspire others with my overreaction.
Yeah.
Because if they meet me halfway, this country and this world is going to be okay. That's my promise to the American people. Is if more people are like me, we're going to be okay.
Well, this is the thing that's really scary for me is that
I said let's go positive, but let's go negative.
I just want to say this.
Again.
This is positive.
Oh, my Brussels sprouts.
This is positive.
Can we take a break? My Brussels sprouts are done.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And then we'll come back and you can complain and then I'll try and be positive.
I'm not going to complain. I've got positive things to say. All right. More than your positive is this that you think you're going to get in shape.
I'm going to be so
selfish.
Hot when I come out of this.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Okay, I got to get these sprouts.
All right. We're back from our Brussels sprout break for Joe.
Yeah.
And I'll say, you want to talk about positive things. Here's a positive.
Yeah, what's that?
A positive for me is that now I don't have to smell your fucking burps.
See, that's
because we're separated and we're quarantined.
Now you made it negative.
No, it's a
you
positive
could have said
for me.
What's positive is you are
I don't have to smell your breath.
eating healthy. That's great. Okay. Good for you.
Okay, good for you. And also, I don't have to smell your burps.
Because that's the
but
thing
what I was going to say is
the Brussels sprouts is that
about the Brussels sprouts.
Don't say that's a Bill Cosby impression. But I'm only eating the Brussels sprouts honestly because they were about to go bad. Like they're a little rubbery. Mm-hmm. And so, but in these times, I'm being less wasteful.
Yeah,
so here's a positive: being less wasteful.
Also, you know what I think? I think we should be on quarantine rules. I think when we're on quarantine rules, you can make jokes about anything. You can do Bill Cosby impressions. You can, you can really just, you can watch a Louis C.K. comedy special.
Oh, no.
I don't.
No, of course you
I'm
can.
Just saying, let's just get
no
wild.
One's gonna know
let's
if you
just
watch
do whatever.
Louis C.K. right now. Go for it.
But you would feel guilty probably. What I'm saying is don't even feel guilty about it. It's just like, fuck it. Do whatever you fucking want to do,
I didn't realize you were such a fan of his.
I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, he's funny, but I don't think he's funny enough to want to listen to him after all of this.
See, Bill
and
Cosby,
anyone who does,
I
good
think
for you.
I had some of his albums because I thought he was very funny.
On brand for you too. Like a clean humor.
I cannot listen to him anymore.
Yeah. He's disgusting. He's like 100 times worse than Louis C.K. 100 million times worse. Louis was just beaten in front of some people. Gross, disgusting, horrible, whatever. Fine. But Bill, full on rape. So we got a big difference.
You definitely can't go there.
Yeah.
Especially to a stand-up album. But the show, that's where you have that gray area.
But the show, well, that is a gray area.
I want to support
because there's other people. Exactly.
Rashad. What's her name?
No, we don't want to support her as much. Oh. I want to support
the guy who worked at Trader Joe's.
Name? Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that's who we're trying to
support that guy.
Exactly. No, what I was going to say is for a musician, it's a very scary time because all that we do relies on groups of people crowding together in a small space. That's what you do is you want a bunch of people to pack into this little room. And so it is very scary. But one thing that is good is that we have found some creative solutions. For example, next week, actually, when this podcast comes out, it will be that Friday. So Friday, there will be a live stream concert of a few Austin bands, and it's going to be rad. I'm so excited. We have the whole film crew has donated its time. The sound crew have donated their time. The space has donated this. I mean, this is like $1,000 space. and it's been donated. So
this is legit.
Yes, St. Elmo Soundstage. I mean, it's going to be great. The whole thing's going to be great. I'm very excited about it. Are you emceeing or are you going to drop out?
I think that's the exciting part is like, who knows? Will Joe
It's not
be
exciting
involved?
for the people planning it.
I think it's exciting for everyone, though, because they're like...
But I do want to say, so you guys, just so y'all know, it is very safe. So what we're doing is no band will interact with each other. It's like...
That's
when
ideal for me. I'd love to not have to talk to strangers.
Well, a band leaves, and then when the band's gone, the next band will come. Everything's being sanitized in between every set.
But how does that
people
work?
Are wearing gloves and masks.
If I was the MC,
yeah,
I have to be there in between. I'm going to be there for the cross contamination.
Yeah, but I don't think you would be in the same area, maybe, because there's like a whole crew, and I think there's multiple.
Oh, and I would have
my
own microphone.
Everyone will have their own microphone. We're doing no microphone sharing at all.
Could I just be in maybe a booth, like a sealed?
Well, you know what would be funny if you made yourself like a pod of some sort.
I don't have supplies.
That could be a fun little craft for you to do.
I don't have any supplies for that sort of thing.
I think it would be worth venturing to Joanne's.
Store.
And Joanne's is going to be a ghost town. So I think you could do it, but that's just me.
I've only been to Joanne's twice, and I enjoyed it, but I'm not going there.
And I enjoyed it.
I love Joanne Fabrics. It's fun.
You want to know something else that's really positive? Is people are doing really kind things for each other. So, for example, I have a personal anecdote. Today, I had to, doing CASA, you meet with your kid, but we're unable to meet, so we've been doing video chat.
CASA is.
Oh, sorry. I just assume everyone's listened to every single episode. CASA, I'm a child advocate for the court system of Travis County. So when a child is taken from their home and placed in foster care or is being supervised within their home, I am appointed to the child to make sure that they have everything they need, they're being treated properly, that things are going okay in school and at the doctor and all that kind of stuff. So because I can't meet with my child, we are doing Skype once a week, and with this particular thing, we needed diapers he has a newborn baby sister, and so I mentioned that to one of my friends that I've got to figure out this diaper situation, and my friend Samara, I said that to her today, and 2 hours later she called me and it's like, hey, I've got diapers to drop off.
Oh.
Is that not the most wonderful thing? She went and freaking got diapers.
So nice.
Come on. It's so nice.
I agree.
I'm over here like, how am I going to make it happen? And she just went and made it happen. So that's, there's just like some really positive stuff too, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's easy to, especially with, you look at Twitter can be very negative and very panicky.
Yeah.
You look at just the news alerts I get on my phone, and they can be very negative and scary. They're not doing news alerts usually that are like, hey, it's a nice day. It's always like numbers have increased to a new high or whatever. But I do think when you hear those like positive stories, there is balance to all the negativity, I think.
Yeah. And listen, we're being positive here.
We have
because
to
we're
be.
positive people.
Wow.
We're positive people, and we're known, especially me, for being very positive. Okay?
True.
And we want y'all to keep up the morale and y'all, stay happy and stay positive and do all that stuff. But I want to fucking level with y'all for real.
Oh, no.
That I'm about to get you because I can't be too fluffy with this.
So
we're trying to be
positive.
Real. We're trying to save the world, and I really just can't let it go. Y'all need to listen. This is not a joke. This is not going to be over in a couple weeks. You need to hunker down, however the fuck it said, hole up, and get ready, because this is not going to be a couple weeks. They've compared our numbers to Italy. We are in the same exact place Italy was at the same exact time when their shit started. Okay? So this is not going away anytime soon. Y'all better hunker down. You better get for real about this. It's not a joke. People are dying, and young people are dying too, not just old people. That shit's old news. Young people are on vents, okay? So y'all need to get serious about this, because I'm locked inside my house. Joe's locked inside his house. I don't know who y'all are on spring break, but if one of y'all motherfuckers are listening right now, get off of spring break. Okay? And get inside your house. And now, okay, and you know what? We can do it, and we can be positive about it. Okay? And that's all I have to say about it. That's it. Oh, shit. I got a song coming out.
Uh-huh.
It's called Quarantine City.
Okay. I don't want to hear that.
No, I have a new song coming out actually tonight at midnight.
That's okay. I'm busy.
So when you listen to this podcast,
I'm busy.
You will be able to purchase it or listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music and all those things. It's called Secret with Ace Buchanan. Please check it out. I'll link it.
I'm glad we're getting in plugs for you. That's really good.
Well, if I don't plug my own shit, who's going to fucking plug it, Joe?
Not the late night talk shows.
Exactly. Thank you.
Because they're all working from home.
Yeah, but even if they weren't,
I have another positive.
They don't give Primo any love. Okay, cool.
I have another positive. Actually, I have a couple. So one positive is greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah.
We're not commuting to work. We're not flying in airplanes. Mm-hmm. They've already seen drastic reductions in certain areas of air pollution and air quality.
Yeah.
This is great because it shows that we have the power to affect the world in a positive way if we all work towards a common goal. And I think that's a great thing.
It's great.
Also, I'm going to run for president. That's why I'm being so diplomatic right now.
Was that your second thing?
That's one thing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many I've done. I have a lot of things.
Well, I meant the president
to be
thing.
Thankful.
Was that your second?
Oh, no. Well, that's
thing,
a positive for the world and the U.S.
Well, okay.
But I'll probably have to be like governor first or something. And then.
Maybe just any,
whatever.
like maybe even, comptroller, whatever that is. What is comptroller?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
It would be. Okay. It'd be good to know. And I'll probably learn.
We could probably learn that during this time.
This would be a good time for me to, buck up on some politics.
But instead, everyone's watching Married at First Sight.
And
not Married at First Sight, Love at First Sight. No, Love is Blind.
They're also cranking it.
Oh, yeah, everybody's cranking it. But did you watch Love at First Sight?
No, but I have another positive. Real quick, if you just allow me. I know we got your new song coming out, and that's important for me to.
Well, thanks for fucking hyping it up with me, motherfucker. Thanks, I really appreciate it.
You know what?
I'm glad to know you're the same old motherfucking Joe, all the way over there, wherever you are in Midtown.
You know where I live.
Yeah,
no one calls it Midtown. It's not Midtown.
Well,
it's called
what's it fucking called?
Hyde Park.
Okay, I'm glad you're still the same asshole in Hyde Park that you are up here. I was about to say where I lived. It's going to be too specific.
Hyde Park is too specific for me. Although I'm not leaving a lot, so no one would be able to find me.
No one wants to find
people.
You, man.
The Joe Heads and the Barnacles, which are the same, one and the same, they would love to find me.
Well, speaking of,
here's the thing.
Joe
No,
Heads
hold
and
on.
Barnacles,
You let me.
No, this was a great segue, and you can get to your positive thing. You sent me the email thing. Joe Heads and Barnacles.
All right, you're going to read that?
Yeah, don't you think that we need to know?
Okay, fine.
The people need to know, and this is something they could think about while they're in
I was going to complain about you. You gave Johnny Gaudi's podcast the exclusive, first play.
Oh, really? And guess what else we did on Johnny Gaudi's podcast?
What?
We talked about heavy friending.
Yeah, I heard.
We talked about you.
I listened to it.
Yeah, so we promoted the podcast.
I listened to it.
I don't go on a podcast without promoting this podcast. This podcast comes number one for me.
Of free time, I've listened to the podcast. Okay?
Oh, man.
All right, read the thing.
Okay, hang on.
Wait, I thought you had it. I thought I gave you time. I was stalling for you.
Well, I was looking at the ceiling while I was talking to you, and I was shaking my fist. So I couldn't.
This is the challenge of working
I'm gesticulating
remotely,
right now.
of podcasting remotely. This is the challenge.
Okay, this is the email we received.
Okay.
You need to tell Barlow and his co-host that they need which is very offensive. It's very offensive to me.
That's my favorite part.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure you fucking cranked it to that. Okay, that they need a nickname for their listeners. Lady Gaga, which he spelled Lafy Gaga, has little monsters. Well, I'm going to critique someone who calls me a co-host and can't even say my name.
All right.
Okay.
It does seem like if he listened to the show, he'd probably know your name. Or even followed me on social media.
Yeah, I think he does know my name. That's why it's more insulting, because it's an obvious slight. He wanted me to know
Interesting.
that he wouldn't even say my name. But guess what? I know your name. I know his full name, and I'm going to read it.
Don't say it. Actually,
but I want to bleep it out, though. I really like doing that.
Okay.
I like poorly bleeping out names.
apparently
I'm not
you
good
should
at
work on that.
Okay, Lady Gaga has Little Monsters. BTS has The Army. My Favorite Murder has the Murderinos. Oh, that's lame. Sway in the Morning has Citizens, etc. As they are heavy friending, my suggestion is fans of the podcast
This is
be
so
called
long.
Light Acquaintances. All right?
Yeah.
Light Acquaintances. And the person who said that was
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, a friend of yours. Big surprise.
Well,
Big surprise, friend of yours dissing me.
he didn't.
Big surprise.
All right.
So
but
listeners,
I texted back and I said that Laura, and I said your name. I didn't say.
Did you put
my
in all caps?
Co-host. No, but I thought that I didn't want to be angry about it. I just said,
Okay.
Here you go. So I said, Laura calls them frienders. So I
yes.
kind of said that we already have that.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
call them frienders because I don't really like that.
What do you want to call them?
I don't really want to. I guess Joe heads and barnacles.
Yeah, but see, that's just okay. Yeah, so that's not going to work for me because it doesn't include my name.
I guess I'm fine.
If it
I'm
was
okay
Joe
with
and
that, I
Laura
guess.
heads, or if it was
But you know what?
Barnacle Bishops.
I am okay with you calling them frienders. I just don't think
Okay, I
it's for me.
appreciate that.
I don't think it's for me.
Okay. Okay. Well, listeners, this is my call to arms for you. You're quarantined. What do you have to do all day?
Yeah.
But think about a nickname for yourself. So email us, heavyfriending@gmail.com. If you can think of a really good, or, find us on Twitter @heavyfriending, Instagram, all that stuff. A good name, a nickname like that, better than frienders or close. What was it?
Acquaintances or
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. That your friend said.
yeah.
Okay. You had one more positive thing to say. Let's end on a positive note, and then we'll just end it all.
Oh, you want to end the show?
The whole podcast.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's another positive. That's the most positive.
Yeah. And that's another positive, is that we're on the same page about just walking away,
Yeah.
Walking away.
Because I think that's the most important thing to do right now is abandon
all hope.
the people that you care about.
For sure.
But what I will say is I've the positive is that I feel like my social calendar in some ways has been almost unaffected because, now people want to watch a Netflix movie with me, or they want to, like I had a couple friends from college. They're like, we got to, do a Google Hangout and drink some beers. And it's funny because I would not have done that with those people in particular because, it would be like, no, I'm going to a real bar. I'm going to a real place.
Right.
So it's giving you an opportunity to reach out to people who maybe you don't talk to that as much. And I feel like the stakes are so much lower because you kind of know a lot of your friends and family and whoever are dealing with something, almost identical to you. So it's kind of nice to have people reach out.
And you don't have to wear pants.
Well,
and you don't have to wear pants.
I do recommend pants for, certain activities, but yeah, you don't have to, but then you just have to be more aware. I'd like to wear sweatpants and be more relaxed.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be on camera.
Yeah, so it's all good.
So that's good. I really do. And I've called people on the phone and
you haven't called me, and
because I like to save it for the show.
You haven't asked me to do anything like with you or anything like that.
Oh, like what?
So, I watch a movie with you, have beers on Skype.
I said, my schedule's kind of full. So this was my Laura time.
Okay.
We can watch
All
a
right,
movie
fine.
after this if you want.
Okay, great.
I want
I'm
to
busy.
see.
I have to wash my hair.
I want to see Oakjaw. You don't have to wash your hair. No one's going to see
Oh my
that.
God, don't watch that.
Why?
It's so sad. Oh my God. By the way, I watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the new one.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
Is it the newest one? I don't know.
No, it's the new, but I'm just meaning it's like the new. It's not the old Planet of the Apes. It's a new Planet of the Apes.
But it's not the newest.
Series. No, it's the first one in the series.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. With James Franco?
Yeah. And I was like, I'll just watch this thing. It's just going to be like, a little. I cried the whole time.
Oh.
I
Why?
cried the whole. Because the poor chimpanzee, they're so mean to the fucking chimpanzee. The whole time, they're so mean to Caesar. It's horrible. And he just wants to go home and he doesn't understand what's going on. And it made me, I kept looking at my dog and being like, by the end, I was sitting on the ground and holding my dog and sobbing.
Wow.
It was so emotional for me. But I'm just, I cry a lot.
Can I tell
anyway,
you
so.
something? I actually wish I had a dog right now. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting?
It is very interesting
Surprising
to me.
It's a surprise
It's
to
quite-
me as well.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're learning something new about yourself. Maybe it's something that's been hiding in there all along that you've been fighting against.
Well, I don't
You
think
know.
so. I think what it is that it would be nice since I'm home 24/7. It would be nice to have something. And then also, I guess you would take the dog for a walk. I mean, I don't really
did
want to
that
even
today.
go for a walk just because I don't really want to be worried when I come back of like, what did I touch and who touched me? And
Well, you wouldn't
did
touch
that
anything.
man
You hold the
gently
leash.
caress my face
and you
at
walk
the
around
mailbox?
the block.
I'm afraid to go
Okay.
to the mailbox. I don't want to run into someone.
Well, you're taking it a little too far.
But that's
and
what I'm
that's
saying.
The problem
And-
with
and
everything.
When I run for
That's the problem with
president,
everything.
I will say I am.
Took it too far.
I always take it too far, which is
That's
better
your thing.
than.
Hey, and you guys know me. I always take it too
It's
far.
better than not taking it far at all.
I agree. On some level.
I mean, if
It
everyone
just
was like
depends.
me,
Unless
this
it's like
whole
a
thing would be
s-
gone in a week.
Yeah, if everything was like me too, I haven't gone anywhere. I've stayed in my house, but I'm not crazy. I mean, yeah, I've eaten hand sanitizer, and yeah, it's been more than once. And yeah, my hands are broken out in a weird rash from washing them so much, and it hurts and it itches. But I still took my dog around the block because there's no one around. You just walk around the block and you bring them inside.
You're extreme in different ways,
Okay.
in ways
yeah.
that I would deem less helpful.
Like what?
I mean, I don't think eating hand sanitizer
If
is
you
helping
had just
anyone.
drank off of a cup, if you had just accidentally drank off a cup that someone with strep throat had drank off of, you don't think it would be helpful for hand sanitizer to go on your throat?
Well,
I'm just saying.
you're going to get strep throat then, yes. But I don't know if you're going to get coronavirus.
No, I'm just saying when I didn't eat the hand sanitizer during this time. I ate it during other times. I'm just saying I
your
do
life?
extreme things. Yes.
That's
Like in my life,
weirder.
I've eaten it like three.
That's even weirder.
I've eaten it like 3 times. No, it's not because I have to sing. I have a reason to live. What do you have?
What?
No, I'm just saying I would get worried before a show. And then, like, for example, I had a show and I drank off of someone who had strep throat accidentally. I picked up the wrong beer and drank it. And so then I put a little hand sanitizer in my throat.
So you think hand sanitizer is better for your throat than just getting sick?
If I have a show, yes. For sure. I would rather poison myself on hand sanitizer than get sick before a show. 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great.
That's my thinking on it. So I think we're done. I think we're just done.
Do you think this was
and
helpful to you?
No.
Do you think it was helpful to anyone?
No.
All right.
It would have been helpful if I helped people with the contamination procedure of how to do certain things, like people touching on boxes from Amazon and not like doing, things like that. But I don't think we offered any helpful information. Maybe quarantine corner.
Quarantine
was
corner, but
helpful.
that's not on the CDC site. That's something I came
Yeah.
up with where I just don't touch certain objects for,
Right.
3 to 9 days.
Right.
Because I've seen conflicting reports.
Yeah, same.
I was
like
going to
they say
do
it's-
3, but then I saw one that said 9, and I'm like, maybe I'll just wait the 9.
Are you really waiting 9?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll wait 3, and then I'll also like spray them.
Spray them, yeah.
Because I got a disinfectant
that's-
spray.
Yeah. I would love to see just like a 24-hour live stream of your apartment.
I'd love to
Just see
do
what's
that.
going down in there.
I'd love to.
Just see what's...
Maybe I would.
Would you
Honestly,
really do it?
I would consider it. I mean, it would probably be like, a Saturday or a Sunday.
Man, you want to talk about full-on silver lining. That's a big one for me. Because you know how long I've wanted to watch you in your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, wow, okay. So maybe I do feel better.
I think it's
actually
good that we've gotten to this point. Because, I mean, really, that's what I wanted. Because, via text, it seemed like you were, maybe in a bad place.
Yeah. A little bit.
Emotionally, your voice cracked there. So I think I found something true.
Yeah. It's been weird. It's been, well, I mean, obviously we fuck around on here. But yeah, I had a rough week for sure with my travels and whatnot. And lost a lot of money on that show. Lost a lot of shows. Literally all my shows this summer have canceled. All my big ones, Toronto, LA, Minneapolis, Atlanta.
Yep.
So yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
out
And
there.
but I think that's the message that I want out there is that, guys, we're going to need more than ever some heavy friending, because you have friends who are in need and they'd love for you to reach out and talk to them. And now I won't do that to you, Laura, because
Well, I know.
I
That's very
can
clear.
really only devote the one evening to you, because a lot of people
Right,
want
I
to
get it.
connect with me or reconnect or
Right.
whatever they want to do. And so I'm busy, but I give you one day and that's still pretty good.
Yeah. It's
But I
enough.
gotta go.
And I would
I
even
gotta
argue
go,
that it's more than enough.
A lot of
for
people
me.
want to hang out, and so I got to go.
But thank you guys so much for listening to Heavy Friending.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all to all of our patrons, our new patrons.
Oh yeah. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? Stay safe out there and do your part. You have to do your part. This is really serious for real. And the sooner that we all get on board and the sooner that we all work together on this, the sooner we will be able to leave our homes. But if we don't all do this at the same time, it's kind of pointless. So please, 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 please. And obviously wash your hands and please, for the love of God, stop coughing into your hands and use your elbow like Obama taught us. That's all I have to say on it.
All right, you had to make it political at the end.
Well, he taught us that, and he showed us
did?
that, and he showed us that.
I don't think he did.
In
I think
2000 and 2000 and I don't fucking know, but he showed it to us.
I'm pretty sure my third grade teacher, Mrs. Dawson, taught us that.
Well, listen, when I was in third grade, I was in a town where they're having a crawfish boil this weekend, so we didn't learn things at the same rate that you probably learned things. Okay,
That's fair.